Welcome back to making an ad every single week for 52 weeks in a row. We're on week 2, coming in hot with some popcorn. Let's get popping. All right, so shot number 1 is actually gonna be the final shot of the sequence. Before we start opening up these popcorns and having popcorn flying everywhere, I want to make sure that we get our ending sequence with all of the bags still intact. Yeah, I feel like that made the most sense. So that's what we're starting with. So let me show you the breakdown of what I am thinking. I swear one day I will get better at the BTS angles and everything, but for right now, this is what we're working with. So for this first one, will really be the last shot. Is just going to be kind of like a, I don't know what the proper term for it is, but I'm assuming it's like a hero shot where you get the product, and I have this bowl here, which I'm going to fill up with popcorn. We're going to have popcorn kind of in front of the bags as well, and the idea is to reach into the frame, grab the bowl, move it out of the frame, and as we move it out, we're going to have like some type of slogan at the end, like pop on, or some type of slogan that will be revealed as we move here. And that's what I'm thinking is like the last shot. So for the actual setup of this, we have our paper roll, this pink roll, onto a backdrop stand, and it's coming down and clipped to our desk right here. We have our camera right here. These main 2 lights, the big dome lights, softbox lights, that are lighting our product. And then we have these flat LED lights, one on this side and one on that side, which are lighting the background so we can get a nice even lighting throughout all of this. And then we also have this random C-stand, as you can see, because I'm also going to do some overhead shots later on, but that's basically what our setup is. One of my favorite flavors. Okay, I love this already. So that looks so good. I absolutely love it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach in, take it out. We can get it a little bit more centered. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh gosh, I missed it with my thumb. Okay, one more time. 7, 8. Might be a shot. Let's do it a couple more times just in case. Grab and move. Out of one of those, we got the shot. Next, we're gonna move on to the pour. It would be great if I had a second person to help me out, because somebody could be pouring and one person could actually be following the pour with that slow motion. But since I don't have that, I'm just going to record it in a very wide frame, and in post, I'll crop it down and follow it myself. Okay. The big bag looked like extra big in the frame. This is the party size, regular size. Yeah, the party size is a little too big for this section. So we're gonna set that to the side to use later. This bag is so full. Okay, let's look and see how that looks. Next shot is what I call popcorn on a stick. So we have this skewer, and now we're going to take the skewer, put it through the popcorn without breaking it, something like that, as you can see. And we're gonna put it right in front of our camera here and just get a nice little twirl out of it. We're gonna do a few different kinds, a few different sizes, doing a few different motions, just so we can have our flying, floating popcorn. We're gonna mask out the stick in post so it'll look like it's floating, and we'll use it throughout the video. So we're just gonna try to keep it as steady as possible. I'm realizing that this is kind of unsteady, which I don't want when I'm masking. And I've seen people just like stick it in something so that it stays. Can I cut this? Am I strong enough? I'm not. That I'm strong enough to do. Okay, so just to try to keep it as steady as possible, I'm gonna try to put it on here. Okay, I'm gonna be smarter, not work harder. So the problem was, of course, I can't be super still while holding this, so I just put it onto our old friend from the last video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But this rotating stand, just to make my life easier, because I was really making it so hard just now. All right, this next shot is called Making a Mess, because that's exactly what we're about to do. Popcorn is about to be everywhere. I've accepted defeat. I'm just gonna have to do some sweeping after this. I'm thinking we just literally pour it right in. This is stressing me out a little bit. So 1, 2, 3, and dump up. Didn't work at all. That didn't work at all. Was not in frame at all. I'm gonna try that one more again. Honestly. Okay. Hey, there's no need to get hostile. Everything is just angry. 1, 2, and 3. It's not giving it what I want to give. It's like so fast. Alright you guys, so surprise, surprise, my microphone decided that it was going to cut out for the remainder of this video. But worry not, I can just explain to you what I did. Alright, so for this next shot, I'm going to call it floating popcorn. So I was able to just put 2 small holes in the back of the popcorn bag and use fishing line to tie it to this C-stand up here. The idea with this is I wanted to have the popcorn kind of floating in midair, and then I would reach up and grab it and crush the bag, because one of their slogans was cravings crusher. So I wanted to crush the bag, and I also wanted popcorn to fly out of the bag as I crushed it. Of course I couldn't do both of those at the same time, so I also had to record me kind of pushing up some popcorn or throwing it upward so that it can seem like it's coming out of the crushed bag later. And lastly is probably my favorite shot, which I like to call the flat lay. So what I had in mind was being able to showcase that you can enjoy this popcorn anywhere, anytime without feeling any guilt, because again, Boom Chicka Pop is just healthy popcorn that you can eat, low calorie, no additives, nothing like that. So for the different sets or the different places that I wanted to showcase the popcorn being eaten, this first one was like a TV room or something where I had the remote, I had a glass of soda, and then I had the popcorn. And then the next one was supposed to be like a office or desk area, so I just brought down my keyboard and my mouse and a few things from my actual desk and like a little plant, and put the popcorn there. And I also did one of a kitchen. So that was all of the shots. Let's skip to editing me so we can break this down and figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, alrighty, this project was a lot. Okay, I just have finished editing the video and it's Thursday. This video goes live on Friday. I think I filmed on Monday, so it's taken me a while to edit, and also like a lot of stuff going on this week, so it was harder to actually focus on it. It took a lot out of me, especially considering when I got to editing the clips, none of it looked like it looked so good when I was filming it, but when I started putting it on the computer, I'm like, this is kind of trash. So I had to work my magic on the editing side with this, but I think it turned out pretty okay. Let me know what you think. Here it is. Alright, now that you've seen the video, hopefully, you know, it lives up to, it's good enough, okay? It's gonna be good enough for week 2 out of this 52-week journey, okay? So I wanted to talk a little bit about the first shot, because the first shot that I originally planned was when I was holding up the popcorn bag on the yardstick, and I was supposed to do a cool little transition with that, but it was a fail. Like, it did not work at all. And I want to include this in the video because I want this to be like you guys follow me on this journey, and I don't want it to seem at all like everything just works out for me, because it didn't. And it really sucked for it to be the beginning of the commercial that I couldn't figure out, because I was trying so hard to make it work and it didn't, and then I was just like left with this blank space of the timeline with like nothing in it, and it was supposed to be the beginning of the commercial. So it was kind of stressful for me, but luckily I came up with the idea to kind of just take some of the PNG images from the Boom Chicka Pop website. I was able to create that cool little transition beginning by just using those PNG images and lining them up and, you know, making a little animation out of it. And that saved this commercial, because I was about to throw in a towel and just be like, you know what, this week was a fail, we'll come back next week. But I think that kind of gave me the spirits I needed. It gave me the boost I needed to just keep on going, and it turned out pretty good, a lot better than it was looking yesterday. So I'm happy with the way it turned out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Give me some ideas in the comments, and I'll see you guys next week with a new